My name's James Walgate. I'm a third generation farmer. This farm is based on the North Lincolnshire Wolds. It's about 668 hectares on a typical wold soil, which is a very fine sandy loam overlying chalk. Our cropping is on a wide rotation of 8 years, mainly combinable crops, but no root crops. We started doing regenerative agriculture. This is our 7th year of not ploughing and going down in this new direction of farming. In terms of the technology we've adopted by using the PTG system is that the pressure of the tyres on the tractor and the implement can be actually changed without getting out the cab. So the driver drives to the field at road pressure with the implement probably fully loaded. On getting to the field, he just presses a button in the cab and the tyres deflate to the preset pressure. The advantage of ploughing is that if there's any harvest compaction from combines, tractors and trailers, balers, the plough could take that compaction out. But having gone down the no-till route, compaction becomes a big issue. The thing about compaction is that it removes air out the soil. The soil is more prone to waterlogging because the water infiltration rates are limited, and so any means of mitigating the effects of compaction has to tick the boxes. And the advent of central tyre inflation and being able to alter the pressure of machines, tractors and implements on the land have made a huge difference. Just to give you an idea of some of the advantages of adopting this system, we were spreading manure in a field and the road pressure where we drove to the field was at 58 psi. The field pressure once we were in it, spreading the manure, dropped down to about 22. The fuel consumption went from 18 litres an hour to 14 litres an hour, basically because the tractor is not creating a rut and having to pull the trailer through the rut. Water infiltration rate changed from the road pressure, it was 8 millimetres an hour, and on the field pressure, the water infiltration rate was 18 millimetres an hour. That's an increase of 225%.
So Tractair is a family company based in Yorkshire. We've been manufacturing and delivering air brakes to manufacturers and end users for the last 30 years. Around 7 years ago we saw an opportunity to add to our offering tyre inflation systems. We saw a need for them and we started talking to PTG in Germany who are experts in this field. And so for the last 7 years we've been offering PTG tyre inflation systems in the UK and Ireland for fitment to agricultural vehicles, tractors, trailers, drills, all wheeled agricultural vehicles. So this is the PTG tyre inflation system. On this particular setup, our customer wanted to fit an additional hydraulic driven compressor to increase airflow and reduce inflation times. But on a normal installation we would just rely on the tractor's existing air brake compressor. So here we mounted a large hydraulic driven compressor on the front linkage which allows it to be changed between machines. There are other installation options for that. This then generates the air which is delivered to the control unit on the tractor and the trailer. the driver can control the pressures in the cab using the dedicated control unit, either a separate unit as fitted in this tractor or through isobus in the tractor. When the driver changes pressures, it uses the pipework on the mudguards here to deliver air through the rotating union and into the tyres via a dedicated tyre valve. So on this machine, that's fitted on the front and rear. We do have the option on tractors with a bar axle that can be done on the inside to avoid pipework around the outside of the mudguards. Here we've also installed the same system on the trailer, so controlled from the tractor using exactly the same control unit. We've got connections through to deliver air and signals through to the trailer, and we're controlling both axles on the trailer with a set of separate valves installed on the trailer. So in the cab of the tractor, this is the separate control unit which allows us to control the front axle of the tractor, the rear axle of the tractor and the trailer, all with one unit, and in one press of a button we can change from road pressure to field pressure, and we can control what those presets are depending on the job that's being done, the speed, the weight, the ground conditions, to give the perfect pressure at all times. We've been working with James Walgate since the beginning of our time delivering CTIS systems for PTG. We've equipped all of his equipment with the PTG system, and we feel it's a really good fit and it's worked well for both parties. James is the sort of progressive, modern farmer that works well with this kind of system, and it's helped him to implement what he's trying to do on the farm.